Indra. Mandalam 1, Suktam 32B Rishi
Hiranyastupa Angirasa
Devata
Indra
Chandas
Trishtubh.
Mandalam 1, Suktam 32, Rik 9.
Nītāvāyā abhavadratramuttrendro asya abhavadharjabhara uttarāsūradhārah putra āsīt dānastaye sahavatsānadhenuh.
Indra, the slayer, had thrown down weakened one, having Vritra as son. Mother above, son below, Danu reposes down like a milch cow with its offspring. The correspondence between dew formation and drought. Dew formation is an indicator of clear and cloudless skies and dry, hot days, which is due to the radiation of heat by the Earth's surface and objects upon it after sunset, bringing surface temperatures of all objects below the dew point, a condition which, upon persisting for long periods and the resultant lack of rain, create drought-like conditions. Vedic thought uses this truth to build a narrative for dissemination amongst the general populace, with the characters involved in it being the personification of a dewdrop as a female called Danu, whose son is Sushna, the snake, representing drought, and our familiar system regulator Indra. The slaying of Sushna by Indra weakens the snake's mother Danu. With the advent of rain, atmospheric conditions are created such that even with a higher concentration of moisture in the air, the temperature of surfaces being maintained above the dew point, due to heat radiation by the earth being retained within the immediate atmosphere by the cloud cover, dew formation does not happen and drought conditions are neutralized. Dew being formed from water vapor and water being considered feminine, Danu, representing dew, becomes a female. Drought being a consequence of a condition that causes dew formation, drought, represented by the dehydration-resistant snake, Sushna, a figurative Vritra, is depicted to be Danu's offspring.
Mandalam 1, Suktam 32, Rik 10.
अधिष्ठम् दीनामनिवेशनानाम् काष्ठानाम् मध्ये निहितम् शरीरम् वृत्रस्य निन्यम् विचारम् चापो दीर्घन्तमाशयदिन्द्रशत्रुः.
Mysterious body of Vritra lay in midst of courses of water, of not standing, of not stopping, waters spread widely, One who was Indra's enemy lay in long darkness. The many faces of darkness that Indra confronts and vanquishes. In an earlier verse, the darkness caused by Vritra, of which he is a personification, is corresponded with the thick layer of dust in the atmosphere caused by volcanic eruptions that Indra and his horde of Maruts neutralize in time, enabling sunlight to reach the earth's surface once again. Darkness, therefore, is associated with many phenomena when describing Indra's benevolent actions. A layer of volcanic ash that occasionally blots out sunlight, pollutants regularly injected by life forms upon earth, the metaphoric darkness of drought, and the allegorical darkness of dejection in dehydrated life forms. The sleep of death is added to this list in this verse. When the footless, handless, mysterious body of Vritra, the dark rain-bearing cloud that is continuously on the move, carrying along within his body courses of water spread widely in his enormous self, propelled by the Maruts, is slain by Indra with the thunderbolt, his body vanishes, discharging all the water as rain, while he lies dismembered in the long darkness of death, only to be resurrected in the next water cycle for a repeat performance of the grand spectacle. The same argument applies to the other non-water cycle propelled Vritras as well.
Mandalam 1, Suktam 32, Rik 11.
दासपत्नीरही गोपाधिष्ठन्निरुद्धा आवः पणिने भगावाः अपाम्बिलमपीहितम् यदासीत् वृत्रम् जघन्वाम् अभवद्व्यवहार.
Having demons as masters, guarded by snake, restrained waters stood like cows by a demon, when Vritra slayer had uncovered that concealed cave of waters. Narratives in technical formalism and informal colloquialism. In non-technical colloquialism, it would perhaps be reasonable to attribute lack of rain to the rain waters and their carriers, the clouds, to be hidden away and held captive in some distant place. A piquant touch is added to this narrative by saying that they are secreted in a concealed cave and guarded by a giant snake. It is made even more spicy by extending the stimulative excitement by adding that the hero, Indra, the king of gods, discovered the location of the concealed cave with the help of his deep and reliable spy network, sent his assistants, the valiant Maruts, to propel the cloud-bearing waters to the region where the drought has been caused, which, but for all the metaphoric ballyhoo, is the true unfoldment of events. The guarding snake follows, attempting to retrieve his booty, but is killed by Indra with his thunderbolt. Peace reigns in the land ever after. A simple technical explanation of the current era would be that atmospheric conditions disrupted the regular water cycle that was restored by the atmospheric regulatory system. It is up to the readers to decide, according to their preferences, which one of these two narratives is stimulating, entertaining, relevant, and informative, all at the same time.
Mandalam 1, Suktam 32, Rik
12.
अस्यो वारो अभवस्तरिन्द्रसृगे यत्त्वा प्रत्यहम् देवयेकाः अजायोगा अजायस्सु रसो मम वासयः सप्तमे सप्तसिन्धूने.
Tail of horses you produced, Indra, when with thunderbolt you destroyed Vritra. The divinity alone has won cows, won Soma, valiant, released to flow 7 rivers. Horsetail swishing as a metaphor for Indra's expressions. Horses express a host of feelings with the movement of their tails, ranging from pleasure to irritation and anticipation to anger. The composer must have been an adept horse rider to have used movement of a horse's tail to describe Indra's expressions during and after his fight with Vritra. Indra, as a horse, would have swished his tail energetically when confronting Vritra and Sushna, and destroying them with his thunderbolt, would have swished the tail slowly in pleasure upon being extolled by Soma offerers, and also swished it rhythmically, displaying concentration while releasing the captive waters of truth to eagerly anticipating earth dwellers.
Mandalam 1, Suktam 32, Rik
13.
तास्मै विद्युन्नदम् यदुस्तीषे धनयान्निहमकीरध्राधुनिम् च इन्द्रश्च यज्ञुयुधाते अहिश्चोतापरीभ्यो भगवा विजिज्ञे.
Not lightning, not thunder has hit him, not that wetness and hail affected. And when Indra and Snake fought, the Munificent had widely defeated Snake, and also for the future. Unperturbed, unrivaled Indra. This is an assertion that none of the adverse weather conditions affect the regulatory system of the atmosphere, Indra. Neither does drought affect the snake that it represents. Literally too, for many species of the order Squamata are adapted to withstand the effects of dehydration. The suffering victims are the other mortals whom Indra never forsakes and is always at hand to help their cause. There is perhaps an unexpressed thought in the initial assertion that these cyclic atmospheric aberrations are inevitable and are part of the process of constant feedback and regulation of the dynamic existential progression.
Mandalam 1, Suktam 32, Rik
14.
अये ज्ञातारङ्गमावस्य इन्द्रहृदि यत्ते जघृषोभीरगच्छत् न वाचयम् नावतिम् च स्रवन्ति श्येनो न भीतो अजारो रजांसि.
What avenger of snake touched Indra when fear came into your heart of striker, this 99 streams you crossed, the region of clouds, like frightened falcon? Light and darkness, two sides of a coin. By attributing fear to the invincible Indra, it is perhaps the intent of the composer to underscore and highlight the fact that the script of existence is the ultimate determinant of universal progression. The power and invincibility of Indra does not deter darkness, Vritra, and the snake-like drought, Sushna, to intermittently appear. Indra flees upon their appearance, only to return invigorated with assistance to restore normalcy every time, like the eternal story of police and robbers, enacted repeatedly. Neither the champion of light, Indra, nor the monarchs of darkness, Vritra and Sushna, nor the mortals who enjoy the bestowals of one and the curse of the other two have a choice of avoiding either.
Mandalam 1, Suktam 32, Rik
15.
इन्द्रो यातो वासितश्च राजा समस्य च शृङ्गिणो वज्रबाहुः सेतुराजा क्षयति जर्षणीनामलान्नमेमिः परिता बभूव.
Indra, thunderbolt wielder, king of going, of standing, of peaceful and of horned. Besides, he indeed governs, king of seeing men, like rim of wheel all around spokes, happened to be. The wheel of existence and its preordained progression. Continuing the theme from the previous verse, this one too emphasizes the absolute need for every object in existence that come in all varieties at any given moment to be where they are and do what they do, for existence to be what it is. Nothing in it is independent of anything else, a fact highlighted by the example of Indra being the rim around the spokes, representing all varieties of mortals and hence, in a sense, being the spokes too. There will be no wheel without either the rim or the spokes. As the wheel begins to move, it encounters various impediments that it has to skirt or surmount. These inevitable impediments are the various forms of darkness, real and figurative. The journey of the wheel is the progression of existence from its advent to its dissolution. If you found this video informative and relevant, please like and share it. If you would like to see more such videos in this ongoing series, please do subscribe to the channel. Thank you for viewing.